Head on down the page until you can see Witness by Karen Hess. Click on that and you will see all of the lessons are already planned out, as well as an idea of what to do for the major assessment. So in this video I'm going to go through each of these lessons so that you may hear my rough explanation of what to do, and you can come back to this video anytime that you need some clarification. First of all, click on the instructions for the unit and it will tell you how to go about things. So first of all, book loan. You'll be collecting the novel from the school hall and teachers or staff will be available to help you book that out. Please remember to record the barcode number on the provided label. Place that on the front cover, then check the book out with the staff member on duty. If you're learning at home, online, you will be submitting your work on Canvas. And all of this will be on a single Microsoft Word document. To make it easy on the marker, create titles and question markers where appropriate to guide us. And the final page within this unit enables you to submit your work. So submit your work to the Witness Assignment Submission Portal on Canvas by the advertised due date. If you're submitting by hard copy, once again, please type up all of your work on a single Microsoft Word document. You may handwrite your responses if there is no technology available to you, but please let us know. Create appropriate titles and submit by the due date. Now follow the mouse cursor please. Over here is the next button. You click on that every time you've finished a unit and you're going on to the next lesson. So lesson 1, understanding racism. This is a theme that is throughout Witness. And in your reading diary, define the term racism. Racism as a concept. What does it mean to you? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does racism look or sound like when it is explicit or out in the open? Okay, you may write whatever you wish for there. What I'm after is your opinion, but also I'm after your experiences as well, for you to communicate them. What does racism look like or sound like when it is implicit or behind closed doors? What I mean by that is explicit racism. We might hear strongly negative words or labels being applied to different people through ignorance or hatred. Implicit racism might be exclusion, it might be non-verbal, a look or a glance or an action that conveys an idea of racism. So have a think about what that might look like or feel like, or go back through your memory and recount your understanding of explicit and implicit racism. Now, those 3 questions, please answer those in your reading diary. It's that single Microsoft Word document. Next of all, in lesson 1, we have a short video to watch. So we come to view, watch the following talk, take notes and respond to the question below. And the talk is called From Schoolyard Bullying to Genocide. Okay. After you've watched that talk and you have written down some key ideas, there are 3 questions that you'll need to answer in your reading diary, that Microsoft Word document. Respond to these please. Question 1. According to the speaker, what are the 3 steps people make from schoolyard bullying to genocide? Question 2. In your opinion, is this an important message for young people to hear? And for those learning offline, in a paragraph explain your understanding of the following quote, which is from the talk itself. Hate is not normal, natural or necessary. Hate is a learned behaviour. Okay, so that's an example of how to go about the tuning in phase of this book study. And you'll respond and watch and write your answers, type your answers into your document. When finished, and when your timetable allows, head over to the next button, click that one. Now, this one requires some explanation because you are setting up a character tracking sheet to understand how each character feels about different ideas within the novel. So lesson 2, racism in the novel Witness. Task, show your understanding. How does each character feel about racism? Create a grid like the one below in your book. And I'm just going to go to my document here. Now, this is the properly formatted version that I'll upload. Create a grid like the one below and create this in your Word document, please. You can copy and paste this grid as well. At the beginning of the novel is a character list. Place each character where you believe they belong on this spectrum, and that's the spectrum there. From strongly against racism to strongly for, and reread your own definition of racism if required. As you continue to read the novel, use lines and arrows to show a character changing position. And what I mean by that, where's a pen here, annotation. What I mean by that is you can show a character moving across a spectrum, change position, much like we change our opinion as we live our lives. Okay, this is part of what you pass up for your final assessment. Lesson 2 continued. A character tracking sheet. Keep track of the following 6 characters as you read the novel. Provide examples of the change that occurs within them. And is the change static? Write an S. Or is the change dynamic? Write a D. Use notes and descriptions as evidence. Alright, so you could also think of that as fast or slow change in that character. We have Leonora Sutter, Merlin von Tannhout, Sarah Chickering, and how they might change over the course of the novel. Now, you could put a general description in here, or you could put a quote, but this is another character tracking sheet that you update as you read the novel. Okay, so along with this spectrum of opinion, you also have this character tracking sheet. Now, this shows your teachers that you understand character development. So keep this close to hand when you're reading. Let's move on to lesson 3. And once again, we're talking about the nature of right and wrong. In your journal or reading diary, discuss the following prompts with at least one direct reference to the novel. When one person does something evil or wrong, people find it easy to condemn them. When a group of people, however, go along with something that is wrong, they can sometimes receive less criticism. So that's the statement. And the question is, do you think people's opinions or attitudes change towards wrongdoing when they are part of a group? Or is there something else which makes them more tolerant of wrongdoing? So this is, for those studying sociology and psychology, you might have an advantage here. But you're looking at group behaviour and how it affects people's decision making. Now, think about what you've seen, heard or experienced in your own lives to answer this question. And I'll do one more here, lesson 4. Reread Merlin van Tannhout's description of Leonora Sutter. She ran like a deer in rifle sight, one you let go, because there's no way to hit a swift brown rush weaving through the trees like that. Something kept me in place, watching that coloured girl run. Okay. Very important stanza in this novel. Merlin van Tannhout is perhaps seeing Leonora Sutter for the first time in a particular way. And your task is, in an extended paragraph, explain what this passage may tell us about Merlin's opinion of Leonora. Use direct quotes from the provided passage to support your argument. Now, I'll give you a clue here. Merlin's opinion of Leonora is changing. Okay, perhaps you might like to update your character tracking sheet, and also the character spectrum grid of how these characters feel about particularly strong ideas such as racism, prejudice and inclusion. Okay, well that will do for now, and I'll upload another video shortly. So once again, enjoy the novel. You should be able to finish it very quickly, and please work through these lessons at your own pace, and good luck.